We are going to represent our 8s in different ways today. 2 times 8. I'm going to use a bar model to represent this. So I've got my first bar there. I'm going to split it into 8s. And then I should only have 2 bars of 8. So I've got 2 8s. Now again, if I count in 8s, I've got 8, 16. So 2 8s are 16. 2 times 8 is 16. Here I have 3 groups of 8. If we count in 8s, we've got 8, 16, 24. So 3 8s, or 3 times 8, equals 24. The pictorial representation shows that 41 parts are shaded out of 100. So I would write that as 41%. 41 out of 100, 41 hundredths. So I'd write that as 0.41. I'm going to write 80% as a fraction and as a decimal. So now 80% is 80 out of 100 parts. So I would write that as 80 hundredths. Okay. Now I know that 80 hundredths is equal to 8 tenths. So when I write my decimal number, and I'm going to label my place value columns. I've got ones, tenths, and hundredths. Okay, because I've got 8 tenths, the 8 will go in the tenths column, which is the same as 80 hundredths. Let's look at 0.04. I'm going to write the place value columns. So I can see that there are 4 hundredths. So I would write that as 4 over 100. Now, how would you write that as a percentage? 4%, because we have 4 parts per 100, which is equivalent to 4%. Here we have 93 hundredths. Now we can't write this as 90% because it's not out of 100. So we need to write the equivalent out of 100. So to get from 300 to 100, we divide by 3. So we must do the same to the numerator. So the equivalent fraction would be 30 hundredths. Now we can use this to write our decimal. So 30 hundredths is equivalent to 3 tenths. So as a decimal, I would write the 3 in the tenths column and a 0 in the ones column. So it would be 0.3. Now, how would you write that as a percentage? Now, we can see that it is 30 out of 100, so I would write that as 30%. Here we have 12 25ths. Again, we need to write the equivalent fraction out of 100. So to get from 25 to 100, we multiply it by 4. So we do the same to the numerator. So then we have 48 hundredths. So to write this as a decimal number, we would write 0.48, because there are 40 hundredths, which is equivalent to 4 tenths, and 8 hundredths, so that it goes in the hundredths column. To write this as a percentage, I'm going to look at the fraction out of 100. 48 hundredths equals 48%.